Hey Internet, it's RJ. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into this show today. Now, today's episode, we have one of my favorite banks to visit once per year, and that's Fifth Third Bank, with what I think is a record high offer, at least that I can remember, a $400 checking offer. So, in typical fashion, we will cover this offer, terms and conditions, requirements, eligibility, everything you need to know to make Fifth Third's money become your money. So, of course, if that sounds interesting to you, then go ahead, press the subscribe button, and let's get to work. Now, as always, there will be a direct offer link down below, not a referral, simply a direct link to get you where you need to go the fastest, as well as a blog post for this as well, which is always a summary. It's much easier to keep that up to date in your videos, which you can't update once they're out there. Number two thing here, unfortunately, this does break one of our streaks of having nationwide offers. This one is not nationwide. I'll tell you that in advance, but we've run into some slow spots during the year, so I figure instead of just taking the day off, we might as well make a video about a good bonus and hopefully it still benefits some folks. But as always, profitablecontent.com has all the bonuses that we find over there nationwide or state, county specific, you name it. So just keep that in mind as well. But let's get going here for those who can, taking a look at the promotional material or really lack thereof. And because here we have it. Nice $400. Again, it's a round number, but there's no happy people in sight. Now, maybe they spent their budget on the extra money. I don't know. I would be happy enough. Now, unfortunately, I've done this one already, so I'm out here. But still, no happy people. We don't care to see that, but whatever. Let's keep going here. So here's what we got. Requirements. Open a new Momentum or Premier checking account. I'll tell you, spoiler, you want the Momentum checking. The Premier, don't bother with that. Momentum's the one you want. That's kind of the one they advertise anyways. It's like their thing. So all you need to do here is direct deposit $500 within 90 days of opening the account. And the bonus does post within 10 days of completion. It is going to be valid through November 16th. So you do have a little bit of time, but it is going to end fairly quickly here. Now, they're always running some kind of offer. It just kind of fluctuates, right? So when I did it earlier this year, $375 was the one I got. And typically, even though you can do it once per year, I tend to wait until I see the $375 because that's been the highest public one that I've seen. $400 is now the new highest public one that I've seen. I think this is the first time I've seen $400. So if you can do it, this one's probably the one to go after. They do pay you that quick too. It is, you do your direct deposit, then maybe like a week and a half later, you do get the bonus there, just like that, which is great. Every time I've done it, I've done a real direct deposit. But if you need to spoof it for some reason, this one's been out long enough that there should be plenty of data points. The other thing is because they do pay you quick enough, if you do need to try a few different things, you should know fairly quickly if what you did worked or not. You do have 90 days, to send multiple things. So, even if you wanted to try business account first, avoid the fees on Wise or whatnot, you could definitely do that. And still have plenty of time to kind of experiment around and figure it out. But overall, again, I think Fifth Third is pretty easy. I like it. I hit them, once per year. So let's keep moving here. Eligibility, fees, and closure next. And here you have it. Unfortunately, as we said, not nationwide. So where can you do this at? Well, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Kentucky, Michigan, North Carolina, Ohio, Tennessee, and West Virginia. Shout out to our one viewer who made sure I read these out loud versus just putting the states on the screen. It was a good point of feedback, and I appreciate that because we want everyone to be able to follow along. So those are your states. Now, you can have had an account in the last 12 months, which again lends itself to being a once per year churn. Momentum checking, as we gave away in the beginning, is fee free. So that is the account you want, and you need to keep the account open 90 days. So point on the 90-day piece. They do pay out again, like within 10 days. I've done this multiple times, and they do that. When I did it in branch, we'll talk about that in a second. You don't have to go in branch, but sometimes I do. I asked the banker, and he's like, no. Well, actually, first time I asked the banker, this was years ago, and he was like, no, just leave it open 90 days. The very last time I did it, the young lady I talked to told me, just take it for what it will. She's like, no, they're getting more restrictive or more uptight on people just shutting down accounts immediately, because what will happen is if you were to leave this account dormant, for 45 days with a zero balance, they will auto close it, which isn't necessarily terrible if you don't want it anyways. But 90 days was her point. Like, now leave it open 90 days and phone up and close it. So I think I took it down to $5, waited to 90 days, and then closed it. I think it's just safer because it is a good bonus, so why get on their bad list? Because I charge so much, sometimes I'm not even able to open it online anymore. A lot of times I have to go in branch to open it, which is kind of funny. That's happened to me at a few banks. So I have to say, even if you were out of state or something, you were close by to one of these states in the next few days, or even, at any time in the future, because they're always running this offer, you should be able to stop in and I would think be able to open one up. Again, for the offer history, 400 is the highest I've seen. Normally it's 375, so I tend to wait until I see 375. Who's to say maybe $400 is the permanent high mark now, but it fluctuates anywhere from between 250 to apparently 400 now. So just keep your eye out on that. But overall, that's kind of my funny experience doing that. But yeah, I would just leave it open 90 days as a safe bet. So really, that's what you need to know about Fifth Third here. So let's hit the summary slide, then we'll plug some stuff to bring us home. And here you have it. As we said, it is Fifth Third Bank. That is your target. The product you're after is momentum checking. The payout is $400. Your locations, as we said, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Kentucky, Michigan, North Carolina, Ohio, Tennessee, and West Virginia. So hopefully in the next video, returning to our nationwide format. But like we said, sometimes it's just slow goings out there. Now, requirements, again, just one single direct deposit of $500 within 90 days of opening, and you're good to go. They'll pay out in 10 days. There are no fees on momentum checking. Again, we just explained it. I'm saying keep the account open for 90 days. It's not really like a rule posted anywhere, but from talking to a few bankers who worked there in successive years, I'm convinced that 90 days is the mark, and that's kind of how I've been doing mine. But of course, you can do whatever you'd like. So just like that, there's Fifth Third's high offer for you. But of course, this one's not for you, or unfortunately, you can't partake in this one. Well, there's profitablecontent.com, which is the channel's blog, always linked down below for you, and on the channel homepage. We not only post the latest news stories, we have plenty more bank promotions. There's even a state map where you can go and filter by your state or where you're going. If you're going on vacation or somewhere, pull up another state, see what's over there. And again, we try to make nationwides over here, but the website has everything down to some county specific ones, honestly. So you have plenty of material over there. Of course, we have credit card offers as well, so you can double up for all the earning potential. In addition to that, if you want to join the most profitable community in the country or the world maybe that we're building, well, then we do have channel memberships, which is a Discord server shared between this channel and the main channel. Join on either one, whichever one is your favorite. It's $5 a month to cancel anytime. And again, the gist of it is to build the biggest community of bonus hunters out there. So we go out, find bonuses together, we refer one another, use each other's links. But of course, the benefit is when there's referral offers, we do put member links in videos and blog posts. I mean, this one is not a referral, but sometimes they're referrals, as I'm sure you've heard if you've been around for a while. And we'll use the member links there, and the member can keep all of that money. The goal being your membership is paid for, over the course of a year, and anything else you get is just extra. So we'd love to see you over there. We just hit the 100 member mark now, so we're growing pretty fast. So again, if you're interested, we'd love to see you over there. But of course, if you like this one, drop me a thumbs up down below. If you found it particularly interesting, consider subscribing to the channel. So we're posting content just like this every single week on how to make the bank's money become your money, and of course, every single day over on profitablecontent.com. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for this one. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you very soon in the next one.